Captain Hannah Kim stood on the bridge of the research vessel Horizon. She watched the stars through the large front window. Her ship was small but strong. It held 12 crew members, all smart and brave. "Captain, we are close to the target," said Jun Park. He was in charge of talking to other ships. His fingers moved quickly over his screen. "The strange energy reading is just ahead." Hannah nodded. "Good. Keep all systems running normal. This is just a study mission." The Horizon had left Earth 3 weeks ago. Their job was simple. Check out an odd energy spike at the edge of our solar system. These kinds of missions happened all the time. No one expected anything unusual. "Getting better readings now," said Dudley, the head engineer. His face looked worried. "Captain, this is not like anything we've seen before. The energy is growing." Suddenly, the ship's alarms began to ring. "Something is coming," shouted Ta, who watched the radar. "It's big, very big." The crew felt a deep rumble. Then, right in front of their ship, space seemed to tear open. A massive ship appeared. It was at least 50 times larger than the Horizon. Its shape was odd, with sharp angles and a dark, shiny surface. "All stop," ordered Hannah, keeping her voice calm even though her heart raced. "June, open all communication channels. Try to talk to them." June worked fast, sending standard greeting messages on all bands. "I'm trying different languages and basic math patterns." The giant ship just sat there. It made no move to talk back. "Captain," whispered Da, "I think we just made first contact with aliens." The crew was silent. Humans had always wondered if they were alone in space. Now they had their answer. Hannah made a quick choice. Record everything. Send a message back to Earth right now. Tell them what we found. Before they could send the message, a bright purple beam shot out from the alien ship. It wrapped around the Horizon like a glowing net. "We're caught in some kind of energy field," yelled Da. "Engines aren't working." "Keep trying to talk to them," Hannah ordered June. "Tell them we are peaceful researchers." June sent message after message. Nothing worked. The Horizon was pulled slowly toward the massive alien ship. As they got closer, they could see strange symbols on its hull. The alien vessel had no windows that they could see. "Captain, look," said Min, pointing at a new reading. "They're scanning us. They're looking at our whole ship. Our bodies, everything." Hannah felt cold fear in her stomach, but stayed strong for her crew. "Everyone stay calm. We need to show them we're not a threat." A loud metallic sound rang through the ship. The crew turned to see a section of their wall changing color. "They're coming aboard," said Hannah. "June, keep trying to talk. Everyone else, stand back. No sudden moves. No weapons." The wall melted away. Standing there were 3 tall figures. They had 4 arms, each in skin that looked like polished stone. Their faces had no nose, just small breathing holes, and their eyes were large and black. They wore what looked like armor that glowed with the same purple light as the beam. June stepped forward slowly, hands up to show he had no weapons. "Welcome. We are humans from planet Earth. We come in peace." The tallest alien held up a small device. It made a humming sound, then spoke in a flat, mechanical voice. "Humans, unworthy species, primitive technology. You will be useful for study and then eradication." The crew froze in horror. The alien device continued. "Your vessel is now property of the Vekri Dominion. Resistance will result in immediate termination." Hannah looked at her crew's frightened faces. This was not the peaceful first contact humanity had hoped for. This was the beginning of something terrible. The aliens stepped forward, their extra arms holding weapons that hummed with energy. "Take them," said the device in its cold, mechanical voice. The crew of the Horizon was taken to the Vekri ship. Each person was put in a separate clear cell. The cells were small and had strange lights that hurt their eyes. Dali, the lead engineer, was in a cell next to Captain Hana Kim. He could see her through the clear wall, but could not talk to her. The aliens had taken all their tools and devices. "They're watching us," Da whispered to himself as he saw small floating objects moving around the cells. These objects had eyes or cameras on them. Soon, tall Vekri in white coverings came to the cells. They took Jun Park first. He tried to fight, but the aliens were much stronger. They had 4 arms, and each arm was as strong as 3 human arms. Hours later, they'd brought Jun back. He looked weak and had marks all over his body. There were small cuts where the aliens had taken bits of his skin and blood. "This is not good," Hana thought as she watched. "They are treating us like lab animals." Over the next 2 days, each crew member was taken away and returned with new cuts and marks. Some came back unable to walk. The Vekri never spoke to them. They just cut, tested, and took samples. Day had been watching the aliens closely. He noticed they used a simple hand movement to open the cell doors. When a Vekri with blue marks came to get him for the 3rd time, Dai was ready. As the door opened, Dai fell to the floor, acting like he was too weak to stand. The Vekri bent down to grab him. Day jumped up quickly and pushed past the alien. He ran down the hall, looking for some way to help his friends. He found a room with many screens showing all the cells. There were strange tools and weapons on the walls. Day grabbed what looked most like a gun and turned to run back to the cells. But he stopped when he saw a large screen showing Earth. The Vekri had detailed maps of human cities. They were planning something much bigger than just studying 12 humans. Before Dai could do anything else, 4 Vekri guards caught him. They hit him hard and dragged him back to a cell. This time, they put him in a cell with painful floor that gave small electric shocks every few minutes. The next day, all 12 crew members were taken to a large round room. They were too weak to fight now. The Vekri had not given them food or water for days. A tall Vekri with gold marks on its armor stood in the middle of the room. It held up the same device from before, which translated its words. "Human specimens, your biological data has been recorded. Your species has been judged and found unworthy of life. Your planet will be cleansed to make room for more deserving life forms. As is our custom, you will now be terminated, and your deaths will be recorded for our historical archives." Captain Hana Kim found the strength to speak. "Why? We did nothing to you. We are peaceful." The device translated her words, and the gold-marked Vekri made a sound like stones grinding together. The translator said, "Peace is weakness. Your species has no value to the Vekri Dominion." 2 Vekri brought out a floating platform with strange tools on it. They took Min first. The crew was forced to watch as the aliens used their tools to slowly kill him. They recorded everything with their floating eye devices. One by one, each crew member was killed while the others had to watch. Some cried. Some begged. Some tried to fight. Nothing helped. When only Captain Hana Kim was left, she knew she had one last chance. The Vekri had brought her close to a control panel to kill her. With her last strength, she pushed a button on the panel and fell against it. Alarms started to sound. The Vekri looked confused. Hana smiled as they grabbed her. She had found and pressed the ship's emergency button. The Horizon would now send all its data and recordings back to Earth on an automatic system. As the Vekri tool came toward her neck, Hana whispered, "Earth will know. Earth will fight back." Then she was gone, the last of the 12. The Vekri, thinking nothing of these small deaths, went back to their duties. They did not know they had just started a war that would destroy millions of their kind. 3 months passed since the Horizon left Earth. No one knew what had happened to the ship or its crew. Then one day, a signal came to Earth's main space center. Director Jin Kang was drinking coffee when the alarm sounded. He ran to the control room where people were moving fast and talking loudly. "What's happening?" Jin asked. "Sir, it's the Horizon," said a young worker. We're getting their emergency signal. Jin felt hope rise in his chest. Are they okay? Can we talk to them? The worker looked sad. No, sir. It's just a data package. The automatic system sent it. Jin ordered the data to be put on the big screen. What they saw made everyone in the room go quiet. The video showed everything. The alien ship appearing, the capture of the Horizon Asterisk, and the Vekri taking the crew. But the worst part was the last video. It showed all 12 crew members being killed one by one while the others were forced to watch. Jin watched Captain Hannah Kim's last moments. He saw her hit the emergency button. He heard her final words about Earth fighting back. Jin turned away from the screen. His hands were shaking. Call the World Leaders Council. Now. Tell them it's a level 1 emergency. Within hours, leaders from every country on Earth were watching the Horizon's Asterisk videos. They saw the maps of Earth on the Vekri screens. They heard the aliens talk about cleansing Earth. They're planning to attack us, said the leader of India. They want to kill all humans. How can we fight them? Asked another leader. Their technology is far ahead of ours. Jin stepped forward. The Horizon Asterisk sent us more than just videos. Engineer Dali managed to take pictures of Vekri technology during his escape attempt. We also have scans of their ship and weapons. Jin introduced Su Choi, a brilliant engineer who had worked with Da Li. She stood up with a serious face. I worked with Dai for years, Su said. He was my friend. Using the data he sent, I think we can build new weapons and ships that might have a chance against the Vekri. The room was quiet for a moment. Then one leader spoke. How long will it take? Years, Su admitted. But we must start now. The World Leaders Council voted. For the first time in history, all countries agreed to work together. They formed the Global Defense Initiative, GDI. All the world's money and resources were put into one goal: preparing for war against the Vekri. The best scientists and engineers from every country came together. Regular people were told about the aliens. The videos of the 12 deaths were shown around the world. Everyone knew what Earth was facing. Instead of panic, there was anger. Humans had always fought each other, but now they had a common enemy. Signs reading "Remember the 12" appeared in cities around the world. Factories that once made cars now made parts for spaceships. Schools focused on teaching science and engineering. Even children helped by saving materials and growing food so adults could work on defenses. Jin Kang was put in charge of the GDI. Every day, he watched the video of Captain Hannah Kim's death to remind himself what they were fighting for. 2 months after the signal came, Su Choi ran into Jin's office. Her eyes were bright with excitement. Director Jin, we've done it. We've figured out how the Vekri power system works. We can copy it. Jin stood up. How long until we can build our first ship? With everyone working together? Maybe 2 years. Jin nodded. Not soon enough, but it's a start. He looked at a picture of the 12 Horizon crew members on his wall. The Vekri think humans are weak. They're going to learn how wrong they are. Across Earth, the greatest effort in human history was starting. The Vekri had killed 12 humans. Earth was going to make them pay. 2 years passed. Earth changed more in those 2 years than in the last 100 years before. Every country worked together with one goal: to be ready when the Vekri came back. Dr. Hyun Ryu stood in his lab looking at his newest creation. It was a small metal box with blue light coming from inside. This small box could power a whole city for years. But that was not what made Dr. Ryu smile. Director Jin, we did it, he said to Jin Kang, who was watching from behind a safety wall. This engine can move a ship at almost light speed. Jin walked closer to look at the engine. How fast exactly? 90% of light speed, Dr. Ryu said proudly. The Vekri ships we saw in the videos moved at about 80%. Jin nodded. This was good news. How soon can we put it in a ship? The first one is ready now. The asterisk Vengeance asterisk can leave Earth next week. The asterisk Vengeance asterisk was Earth's first warship. It was built in space, piece by piece. Workers lived in space for months to finish it faster. The ship was named to remind everyone why it was built. In another part of the world, Colonel Min Park watched as soldiers tested new weapons. These guns shot beams of energy instead of bullets. They were based on the weapons the Vekri used to kill the 12 humans. Again, Min ordered. The soldiers fired at the target. The target, made of the same metal as the Vekri ship, melted away. Min smiled. Good. Send word to the factories. Start making these for all Earth Defense Force soldiers. The Earth Defense Force, or EDF, was the new army made up of soldiers from all countries. They trained together to fight as one team against the aliens. High above Earth, thousands of workers were finishing more ships. After the asterisk Vengeance asterisk, they built the asterisk Justice asterisk, the asterisk Horizons Revenge asterisk, and 20 more large warships. Smaller fighter ships were being made even faster. Tai Yun, a smart young officer, spent his days looking at star maps. He studied the direction the Vekri ship had come from. He looked for any signs of alien activity. One night, as he was about to go home, his computer made a noise. Ta looked at the screen and felt his heart beat faster. He had found something. Director Jin, he called on the phone. I found a pattern. The stars in Sector 7 are moving in a way that's not natural. I think it's ships. Big ones. Jin called a meeting right away. The top people of the GDI gathered to hear Ta's news. I believe I found where the Vekri are, Ta said, pointing to a spot on the star map. This system, about 2 light-years away, has strange energy readings, the same kind we saw from the Vekri ship. Dr. Juquan, who had created special devices that could hide ships from being seen, spoke next. My stealth technology is ready. We can send a small ship to look without being spotted. Jin looked at the faces around him. These people had worked day and night for 2 years. They had made ships, weapons, and technology that would have taken 50 years in normal times, all because of what happened to 12 humans. The asterisk Vengeance asterisk will go, Jin decided. Admiral Yun Choi will lead the mission. Admiral Yun stood up. She was a strong leader who had trained the best ship crews. We will find the Vekri. We will see how many they are and how strong. Then we will come back and tell you how to beat them. As the meeting ended, Jin looked at the pictures on his wall. The faces of the 12 dead humans looked back at him. Under their pictures were the words, "Never again." That night, the asterisk Vengeance asterisk left Earth. It carried the hopes of all humans. It also carried new weapons that could kill from far away. The ship moved faster than any human ship before. Humanity had made its first step into a bigger world, and it was ready to fight. The asterisk Vengeance asterisk moved silently through space. Admiral Yun Choi sat in the captain's chair, looking at the stars ahead. Thanks to Dr. Yun's engine, they had reached the target system in just 3 weeks. Turn on stealth systems, Yun ordered. The ship's lights dimmed. Special panels on the outside changed color to match the darkness of space. Dr. Ju's invention made the ship almost invisible. We are approaching the 4th planet, said the pilot. Sensors show artificial structures. On the main screen, a red planet appeared. Around it were ships and space stations. They all had the same sharp angles as the Vekri ship that attacked the asterisk Horizon asterisk. Count those ships, Yun said quietly. Lieutenant Sun Kim worked the sensor controls. I see 30 large ships and about 100 smaller ones. This looks like some kind of outpost, not their homeworld. Yun nodded. The asterisk Vengeance asterisk carried powerful weapons, but not enough to fight that many ships. Their mission was to watch and learn. For 3 days, they stayed hidden and recorded everything. They saw Vekri ships coming and going. They listened to Vekri messages, though they couldn't understand the language yet. On the 4th day, A smaller Vekri ship passed very close to where the Vengeance was hiding. Alarms sounded on the bridge. "They'd spotted us," shouted the sensor officer. "They're turning to attack." Ian had to make a fast choice. If they ran away, the Vekri would follow. If they stayed hidden, they might be found anyway. There was only one option left. "Power up all weapons," she ordered. "Target that ship's engines only. We take it out fast and quiet." The Vengeance fired its new energy weapons. Bright blue beams shot across space and hit the small Vekri ship. The alien ship's engines exploded, and it started to drift. No signals sent from the target. Some reported. They didn't have time to call for help. Ian made another fast choice. "Send a boarding team. I want prisoners and any data they have." 20 EDF soldiers put on spacesuits and crossed to the Vekri ship. Inside, they found 4 Vekri crew members. 2 were dead from the engine explosion. 2 were hurt but alive. The humans also found computers full of data. Kim, who was good with computers, downloaded everything he could. "Admiral, I think I found something big," Sung said when they got back. "This ship has maps showing all Vekri bases and colonies. And there's something else." He looked up with wide eyes. "Records of other species they've wiped out. Dozens of them." Ian felt cold. The Vekri didn't just want to kill humans. They had killed many other intelligent species before. "We're not going home yet," Ian decided. "We came here to learn, but now we have a chance to do more." She called all officers to the bridge and showed them Sung's findings. "This outpost has 30 big ships. We have one, but we have better weapons and the element of surprise. Are you suggesting we attack them?" asked the weapons officer. "That's exactly what I'm suggesting," Ian said. "If we hit them hard and fast, we can destroy many ships before they know what's happening." The officers looked at each other. It was a risky plan, but all of them remembered the videos of the 12 humans being killed. "For the 12, one officer said. "For Earth," said another. Ian nodded. "Prepare all weapons. We attack at their night cycle when most will be resting." 8 hours later, the Vengeance moved from its hiding spot. It approached the main Vekri station using the stealth technology. When it was close enough, Ian gave the order. "Fire everything." The human ship released all its weapons at once. Energy beams, missiles, and special bombs designed to disable electronic systems all hit the Vekri station and nearby ships. The Vekri had no warning. Their shields were down. Their weapons were not ready. In the first minute of attack, 10 Vekri ships exploded. "Keep firing," Ian ordered. "Don't let them recover." The Vengeance moved quickly, hitting target after target. The Vekri tried to fight back, but they were confused and unprepared. When it was over, 25 Vekri ships were destroyed. The station was heavily damaged. Only a few Vekri ships escaped. "Set course for Earth," Admiral Ian said. "We have news for Director Jin. Humanity has won its first battle." The Vengeance returned to Earth as heroes. Admiral Ian Choi showed the Vekri maps to the Global Defense Initiative. Earth now knew where many Vekri worlds and bases were. "We can hit them before they know we're coming," Ian told the leaders. "The Vekri are strong, but they're not ready for us. They think we are weak." Director Jin Kang nodded as he looked at the maps. "How many ships do we have ready?" 30 large warships and over 200 fighters, reported General Jun Park, who led the Earth Defense Force, and more are being built every day. Jin made a big choice. "We will attack all their outer bases at the same time, hit them hard and fast, then pull back." Over the next 6 months, human ships struck Vekri targets again and again. The ships used Dr. G's stealth technology to hit close. Then they would attack quickly and leave before Vekri help could arrive. Admiral Ion led the attack on a Vekri mining base. The humans destroyed 50 Vekri ships and took over the base. They found many resources and more Vekri data. On the other side of space, Captain Ho Kang and the warship Justice hit a Vekri research station. The Vekri there were studying a new alien race they planned to wipe out next. Captain Ho saved the aliens and showed them what the Vekri had done to humans. The Vekri kill all races they meet, Ho told the strange, bird-like aliens. We humans fight them now. You can join us or hide. But the Vekri will find you someday. The bird aliens chose to join the humans. They called themselves the Avari. They had good technology that they shared with Earth. Back on Earth, Tai Yum studied all the new Vekri data from the raids. The Vekri are starting to see us as a real problem, he told Jin. They're moving ships back from their far bases to protect their core worlds. Jin smiled. That was the plan. Make the Vekri pull back to defend themselves, then find their home world. But the Vekri were not going to just sit and take attacks. They sent a battle group to Earth's solar system. 20 large warships appeared near Jupiter's moon, Europa, where humans had built a research base. Europa base is under attack. The message came to Earth. Hundreds of Vekri troops are landing. General Jun Park sent 5 human warships to help. A big battle happened around Europa. The Vekri had more ships, but the human weapons were better. The fight lasted 2 days. When it ended, all 20 Vekri ships were destroyed. Humans lost 2 ships and many brave soldiers died. But they saved Europa and killed thousands of Vekri troops. They tried to do to Europa what they did to the Horizon *. General Jun said at a meeting after the battle. But this time, humans were ready. The general showed new plans to the GDI leaders. It's time to stop just hitting small bases. We need to strike at something big, something that will really hurt them. Intelligence from Tai Yun's team had found a major Vekri world. It wasn't their home planet, but it was important. It had shipyards that built Vekri warships. Millions of Vekri lived there. If we destroy those shipyards, we set them back years, Jun explained. But this won't be like our other raids. This will be a full battle with many ships on both sides. Jin looked at the pictures of the 12 dead humans on his wall. For 3 years, he had worked to make the Vekri pay for those deaths. Now was the time for a bigger strike. Prepare all ships, Jin ordered. Every warship we have. This time, we don't just hit and run. This time, we crush them completely. Across Earth's shipyards, 100 warships prepared for the biggest battle humans had ever fought. Weapons were loaded. Engines were checked. Soldiers said goodbye to their families. The war that started with 12 deaths was about to get much bigger, and the Vekri were about to learn just how deadly humans could be when they were angry. The massive Earth fleet moved toward the Vekri shipyard world. 100 warships, carrying the most powerful weapons humans had ever made, were ready for the biggest battle yet. Commander Wanli sat in his quarters on the warship Horizon's Revenge *. He looked at a picture of the ship his vessel was named after. The old research ship Horizon *, and its 12 crew members had started all this. A knock came at his door. Enter, one said. Dr. Yu Kim walked in. She was a scientist who studied the Vekri. Commander, I need to talk to you about our mission. One nodded for her to sit. What's troubling you, Doctor? The target, you said. The shipyard world. Our reports say there are over 5 million Vekri living there. Yes, one agreed. It's a major military target. You looked uncomfortable. But most of those Vekri are not soldiers. They're workers, maybe even families. Children. One hadn't thought about Vekri children before. In his mind, all Vekri were the monsters who killed the 12 humans so cruelly. What are you saying, Doctor? He asked. I've been studying the Vekri we captured, you explained. They have a strict caste system. 4 main types of Vekri. The military caste and the scientist caste make all the decisions. The worker caste and the drone caste just follow orders. She showed 1 pictures of different Vekri types. The military ones were large with thick armor-like skin. The workers were smaller with no natural armor. The workers in drones might not support killing other species, you said. They might not have any choice in what their leaders do. One felt confused. For 3 years, all humans had thought of the Vekri as one evil enemy. Now you was saying some might be innocent. Before one could respond, an alert sounded. All officers were called to a meeting. In the ship's meeting room, Admiral Unn showed the latest scans of the target world. The Vekri have strong defenses around their shipyards, she said, but we have a new weapon. Dr. J. Kim, a weapons expert, stood up. We've developed a bomb that can take out their main power core. Without power, their defenses will fail. How many Vekri will die? Commander One asked. Everyone looked at him in surprise. No one had asked such a question before. Admiral Yun frowned. Does it matter? They're Vekri. But are all Vekri guilty? One pressed. Dr. Yu has found that many Vekri are just workers who follow orders. They might not support the killing of other species. The room went quiet. Then someone played a video on the big screen. It was the recording of the 12 humans being killed by the Vekri. Look at what they did to us, said a young officer angrily. They deserve no mercy. One stood firm. I'm not saying we shouldn't attack. I'm saying maybe we should target only military sites, not the whole planet. We're humans, not monsters. Across Earth, similar questions were being asked. Han Yun, who used to teach peace studies before the war, started speaking out. We fight to protect Earth, Han said to crowds. But if we kill millions of civilian Vekri, how are we better than them? On the prison moon where captured Vekri were kept, intelligence officer Sun Park made a surprising discovery. While questioning a Vekri scientist, he learned something shocking. The 12 humans weren't killed for no reason. Sun reported to Director Jin. The Vekri test all new species they find. They take a small group, kill them, and wait to see how the species responds. Jin looked confused. That makes no sense. Why test by killing? The Vekri only respect strength, Sun explained. Species that don't fight back are seen as weak and not worth keeping alive. Species that fight back strongly are seen as worthy. Jin thought about this. So the 12 deaths were a test, and our response proved to some Vekri that humans might be worthy of respect. Sun finished. Not all Vekri agree with wiping out other species. Some think strong species should be left alone. As the Earth fleet got closer to the shipyard world, these new ideas spread. The mission didn't change, but the way people thought about it did. Commander One sent a message to Admiral Yun. We can win this war without becoming like the enemy. Let's target the shipyards and military bases only. Show the Vekri that humans can be both strong and merciful. The biggest battle of the war was about to begin. But now, humans were thinking not just about winning, but about what kind of winners they wanted to be. The battle for the shipyard world was long and hard. Human ships attacked the military areas only, leaving worker zones alone. It took 10 days, but Earth won. The shipyards were destroyed. Many Vekri warships were burned in space. Human ships picked up something important in the battle, data about the Vekri home planet. We found it. Admiral Yun Choi told Director Jin Kang over a secure line. We know where they come from now. Jin looked at the star map Yun sent. The Vekri homeworld was far away, but not too far for human ships. How strong are their defenses? Jin asked. Very strong, Yun admitted. Thousands of ships. The planet has shields. It won't be easy. Jin thought for a long time. This was the moment humans had worked toward for 4 years. The chance to hit the Vekri where it hurt most. Bring all ships back to Earth, he ordered. We need to plan our biggest move yet. While ships returned to Earth, Dr. J. Kim worked on something new in his lab. It was a special weapon, smaller than others, but maybe more powerful. It's a bioweapon, Jay explained to Jin when he visited the lab. It targets only the ruling Vekri castes, the military, and scientists. It won't hurt the workers or drones. Jin looked at the small container of clear liquid. so it could kill the Vekri leaders without killing everyone. Yes, Jay nodded. We can be better than them. We can spare the innocent. 2 weeks later, the largest fleet in human history gathered in space near Earth. Over 200 warships and 1,000 smaller fighters were ready. Every pilot, every soldier, every crew member knew this might be the last big battle of the war. Admiral Dunn stood on the bridge of the Vengeance *, now upgraded with the newest weapons. She looked at her screen showing all the ships ready to jump to light speed. All ships report ready, Admiral, said her second in command. Ewan took a deep breath. For Earth. For the 12. Let's end this war. The massive fleet jumped to light speed, heading for the Vekri homeworld. The journey took 3 weeks. During that time, the fleet practiced battle plans. They studied maps of the Vekri system. They prepared for the hardest fight yet. On the Horizon's Revenge Commander Wonley met with Dr. Yu Kim again. Do you think Jay's bioweapon will work? One asked. Yu looked unsure. It should, but using it means we're choosing who lives and who dies. The Vekri leaders chose to kill other species. One said. They should pay for that. But their children and workers shouldn't suffer for the leaders' choices. Yu nodded. I hope we can end this without becoming monsters ourselves. The Earth fleet arrived at the edge of the Vekri home system. Just as Yun predicted, thousands of Vekri ships guarded their home planet. They're waiting for us, Sung Kim said as he looked at the sensor readings. They know we're coming. Yun wasn't surprised. After the shipyard battle, the Vekri would guess humans might come for their homeworld next. Send the message, Yun ordered. A special message was sent to the Vekri fleet in their own language, which humans had learned to speak. It said, We are humans from Earth. Your leaders killed 12 of our people and plan to wipe out our world. We come for justice, not total destruction. Surrender your leaders, and the rest will be spared. The Vekri sent back a one-word answer. Never. Yun nodded. She hadn't expected them to agree. All ships, Battle Formation Alpha. Fighters launch. Target only military ships and defense systems. The space between planets lit up with energy beams and explosions as the largest space battle in history began. Human ships, faster and with better weapons, moved through the Vekri lines. The Vekri had numbers on their side. For every Vekri ship destroyed, more came to fight. Human ships started taking damage. Some exploded in bright flashes. We're losing too many, some reported after an hour of fighting. But Yun saw something the Vekri didn't. While the main fleet kept the Vekri busy, smaller stealth ships were moving toward the planet. They carried Dr. J's bioweapon. Keep fighting, Yun ordered. We just need to hold on a little longer. The space around the Vekri homeworld became a graveyard of ships from both sides as the battle raged on. The battle for the Vekri homeworld lasted for 3 days. Human ships fought bravely. Many died. But slowly, Earth forces pushed through the Vekri defenses. Captain Ho Kang, whose sister was one of the 12 killed on the Horizon led a group of fighter ships that took out the planet's shield generators. With the shields down, Earth ships could now attack the surface. Target locked on their main military base, said Ho's weapons officer. We can fire the big bombs now. One hit will destroy their largest city. Ho looked at the planet below. Millions of Vekri lived there. Some were the cruel military leaders who ordered the killing of his sister, but many were just workers who had no say in those choices. Hold fire, Ho ordered. Admiral Yun, can you hear me? Admiral Yun's voice came through his radio. I hear you, Captain. What's your status? Shields are down. We can bomb the planet now, Ho reported. But I'm thinking about Dr. J's bioweapon. If we use that instead of bombs, we can hit only the leaders. There was a pause. Then Yun spoke again. The stealth ships with the bioweapon were hit. 2 were destroyed. 1 is damaged, but still might make it. Ho made a quick decision. I'll escort them in. Give me the coordinates. Hose fighters found the damaged stealth ship. It was small and hard to see, but its engine was leaking light. They formed a ring around it, protecting it from Vekri attacks as they headed for the planet's surface. As they entered the planet's airspace, a message came to all Earth ships. It was from the Vekri Supreme Commander. For the first time, a high Vekri leader was talking directly to humans. Humans of Earth, the message said, you have fought well, better than any species we have ever tested. We offer you peace. Stop your attack, and we will never trouble your world again. Admiral Un shared the message with Director Jin back on Earth. Jin called an emergency meeting with all world leaders. Is this a trick? Asked one leader. Maybe, Jin admitted. But our ships have done great damage to their fleet. They might really want peace now. Han Yun, the peace teacher, spoke up. We should accept. This was always about protecting Earth, not destroying the Vekri. But others disagreed. They killed our people, said another leader. They planned to wipe us out. We can't trust them. Jin thought about the 12 humans who started all this. What would they want? Would they want millions of Vekri to die? Or would they want Earth to be safe? We will offer them a different deal, Jin decided. He sent a message to Admiral Yun, who shared it with the Vekri Supreme Commander. We accept peace, but with conditions. Your military and science leaders must stand trial for the murder of our people and the other species you destroyed. The rest of your people will not be harmed. Hours passed with no answer. The fighting slowed but didn't stop completely. Then a new message came from the planet. We agree to your terms, said the Vekri Supreme Commander. Our leaders will face your justice. Our military ships will stand down. Do not harm our worker and drum casts. Captain Ho, still flying above the Vekri capital with the bioweapon ship, got new orders from Admiral Yun. Hold position. Do not release the weapon. The war is ending another way. Across space, Vekri ships stopped firing. Human ships did the same. Slowly, the biggest war humans had ever fought was coming to an end. 1 month later, on the Vekri homeworld, a stone monument was placed in the main city square. It showed the faces of the 12 humans killed on the asterisk horizon asterisk. Under their pictures were words in both human and Vekri languages. Their deaths led to understanding. Their memory brings peace. Vekri military and science leaders were put on trial. Those who ordered the killing of other species were punished. The worker and drone castes were helped to build a new government that did not attack others. 10 years later, Admiral Yun Choi, now old with gray hair, stood on the bridge of a new ship called Asterisk Unity Asterisk. It carried humans, Vekri workers, and members of other species the Vekri had nearly wiped out. They were all working together now. Was it worth it? Asked a young officer. All that fighting, all those deaths. Yun looked out at the stars. We didn't fight just for revenge. We fought so that no more innocent people would die, from any world. The 12 humans didn't die for nothing. Their deaths saved millions, maybe billions of lives across the galaxy. The Asterisk Unity Asterisk moved through space, carrying the hope for a better future where different species live together in peace.